Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Get your minds ready and let's get started. That's right folks, the game that focuses on psychological horror and mental health is now available for the PS4, and its name is Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Hellblade takes you on a journey with you being a Celtic warrior named Senua on a journey to set free her lover Dillion from the clutches of the underworld. But first, before she can actually do that, Senua must overcome the battle within her mind that's both fighting her and helping her at both states. Between a supernatural journey and a mental battle, you have your hands full in Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. What's also included within Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is that ninja theory included in the making of the game. Between the development process and all they went through to build it up, between the game itself and the actual replication of the audio to engage the player, to the psychological stages from talking to people who actually suffer from heavy schizophrenia, voices and bipolarism, and talking to psychiatrists and professors who deal with these kind of patients and cases on a daily basis, to also building on a historical note in Hellblade to replicate what they actually went through and seen during that time. My first pro for Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is that the graphics for this game is amazing. It's like they copied and pasted the motion capture actor into the game and replaced it as a brand new person. The faces and detailing in this game is top notch. The backdrops and scenery is amazing to look at. Hellblade has some gorgeous, jaw-dropping and practically stunning graphics that truly steal the show for being made by such a small team. Senua looks amazing and so detailed graphics wise. The scenery looks amazing to look at and just takes your breath away. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that the audio of Hellblade provides you a great experience that takes you alongside a completely trippy ride that you won't expect. During the campaign of Hellblade, you'll be attacked by the voices talking in Senua's mind. You'll constantly be berated, belittled, talked about, downed, upset, teased on, and even more, as the voices will constantly taunt you throughout. Sometimes they'll come to your aid and help you out during some battles and a few puzzles, but that's only when they truly need you to be around. Until then, they'll berate you even more and continue to put you down. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that Hellblade has some crazy psychological horror aspects that most horror games doesn't even seem to replicate. Hellblade has you seeing your own death multiple times, envisioning a rot that doesn't exist in your arm slowly creeping up in your body as you continue on, feeling the aspect of being on fire, stabbed, fighting enemies that isn't there, going insane in your own regard as you continue to push through more and more to make your journey happen, but as you progress you endure horrors on the corners of your own mind. It's definitely a pro for me. My next pro is that I love the illusion puzzles in Hellblade. I love what you have to go through to solve some of them. Some of them require wading through the darkness with a torch and making it through a maze. One requires wading through without your senses of sight and making it through with the other senses intact. Some require you running through fire, playing with the day and night cycle between the time of different years, escape being caught, solving puzzles of then and now, reliving some of your past moments again. The illusion puzzles of Hellblade are great and is definitely a pro for me. My next pro for Hellblade is that the boss battles in this game are extremely creative by the feat that you have. Between the illusion casting, speedy light bending bird replication that is Lord Robin playing tricks on the mind as you fight him during his boss battle, to the fire bringing, brute force, sword wielding fire giant himself Surtur, who uses fire and a sword to get his point across, to the big beast who preys upon your hellish thoughts mid battle. All the boss battles are unique and creative and definitely thought of outside the box as they give you quite the experience in Hellblade. My last and final pro for Hellblade is that there's a lot of Viking lore that's implemented within this game. As you progress on your journey with Senua, you begin to learn about so many of the Norse gods that had sense to play into the scenery around you. With Judith informing you about the deeds of Loki, Odin, and Thor, but also telling you about legendary swords, wolves eating the sun, gods portraying other gods for fun, the experience each god went through, and eventually the apocalypse for the Norse called Ragnarok. Hellblade is filled with lore and it's definitely a pro for me. My first con for Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is that the combat in this game is very lackluster. While they were trying to go for a more surreal approach and be more historically accurate in the way the combat works, it still doesn't feel like it's enough. I love the boss battles of this game. I love some of the epic set pieces in this game involving the combat. It's just the combat itself doesn't feel inspired. It feels dated. It feels like a more fluid ride son of Rome. There isn't truly much to do besides block, break, light, and heavy and parry. What could have been great combat is the letdown. It's a con for me. My next con for Hellblade is that the other style of puzzles in this game involving runes and trying to find the shapes and outlines of them are some of the worst and annoying things truly about Hellblade. After a while, these kind of puzzles get forced on you and you spend a lot of time trying to find a shape or what you think it is there that's supposed to fit. The rune puzzles could have been done in such a much better manner to where it could have been less tedious and less annoying to do and somewhat actually more fun to play and somewhat fun to try. It's definitely a con for me. My next and final con for Hellblade Senua Sacrifice that this game has a lot of downtime either between solving puzzles or fights. Between those two, you're doing a lot of walking and running to your next objective, which is quite a bit of time between the next. Hellblade has you doing a great amount of walking throughout this game. That isn't a bad thing sometimes, but when you're during the act where you finally cross a bridge, you're going to be doing a whole lot of walking between then and finding a way. While everything doesn't need to be action oriented, Hellblade could have cut down the walking. It's definitely a con for me. But all in all, Hellblade Senua Sacrifice is an amazing game. It brings forth not only some gorgeous and jaw-dropping graphics, but also quite the audio experience that's amplified by the psychological horror that's in the game as well. But on top of that, while you're getting those two experiences, you also have the illusion puzzles taking note and adding more on top of those as well. Then you have the epic boss battles of Hellblade, which does make a name for itself and does quite a job of it as well. You also have on your journey in Hellblade, you have the lore of the gods, which fill you in on each totem pole, which does a great job of filling you in on what the gods have been through, what they're going through, what they're going to experience in their lives as well as you play as Senua. But you also have to deal with some uninspired and lackluster combat, some awfully and annoyingly designed rune puzzles, and an entire round of walking as well. But with that being said, I'll be giving Hellblade Senua Sacrifice a 4 out of 5. Alright guys, that concludes my review of Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. I thank you guys for coming back to the channel and stopping by and watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Please hit that subscribe button. Come subscribe for some great content, some great reviews, some great live streams, everything possible that you can think of, and also hit that like button. And if you're also subscribing, hit that notification button so you can always know when I'm dropping a video and come check that out. And if you're a regular, just hit that like button, drop a comment, and tell me what you think of the review as well. Also, check out the recent reviews. I have one on Typo Man Revised, I have one on Everspace, I have one on Serial Cleaner, I have one on Surge, Little Nightmares, and many more that I've done also. Check out the recent live streams where I played Batman the Enemy Within Episode 1, while I played Minecraft Season 2 Episode 2, while I've just played Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3, and many more to come. Also, go check out my recent Think Piece video and my other Think Piece video Part 2 and Part 1, and then go read the written reviews on TICGN.com on Serial Cleaner, Everspace, The Surge, Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom, and many more to come on TICGN as well. And go check out any of the previous Let's Plays, whether it's on Outlast 2, Walking Dead Season 3, Outlast Until Dawn, Heavy Rain, and connect on the social media, guys. My links in the description box below. You can follow me on Twitter and on my Twitch. Until next time and until the next video, guys, so tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out, and thank you for watching and stopping by.